TEAfunEnglish presents TOEIC Listening Part 4 Talks. Bagi kalian yang akan mengambil tes TOEIC, persiapkan diri mengenali karakteristik tes ini. This video is going to be helpful for you. Let's get into our next lesson of TOEIC. Yuk kita pelajari skills and strategies yang perlu kita perhatikan untuk memahami dan menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan dalam tes ini dengan cermat. It's part of my Learning English video series, TOEIC Test Preparation, untuk kalian semua yang mempersiapkan diri sebelum mengambil tes TOEIC. Hello everyone, Miss Beta is here as your coach. Let's get ready! Before getting started, please support me by clicking the subscribe button. Jangan lupa ya, like dan share ke teman-teman kalian. Tekan tombol subscribe-nya, nyalakan bel atau loncengnya. Thank you guys. Let's get on this quickly. Jangan lupa ada 4 bagian dalam listening section. There are 4 parts including Part 1, photos, Part 2, questions and responses, Part 3, conversations, and Part 4, talks. This time, we are focusing on the last part of listening section, Part 4, talks. Kita review kembali quickly about Part 4, talks. Dalam bagian ini hanya terdapat 1 orang yang berbicara. Lain halnya dengan part 3 di mana ada 2 orang yang melakukan percakapan. A short talk is 1 person talking. Only 1 person. Kalian akan mendapatkan 10 talks with 3 questions each. Masing-masing talk terdiri dari 3 pertanyaan. Sehingga total pertanyaan dalam bagian ini adalah 30 butir soal. These are the topics we commonly find in TOEIC Listening Part 4 Talks. Berikut ini adalah topik-topik yang disajikan untuk bagian ini. You might find topics about office talk, news and weather, travel information, advertisements, public facilities, voice messages, events and festivals, and reports. Always remember that there is no note-taking in the actual test. Peserta tes tidak diperbolehkan untuk membuat catatan atau coretan. Ini dia instruksi untuk Part 4 Talks. The instruction for Part 4. Directions. You will hear some short talks given by a single speaker. You will be asked to answer 3 questions about what the speaker says in each short talk. Select the best response to each questions and mark the letter A, B, C, or D on your answer sheet. Again, the talks will be spoken only 1 time and will not be printed in your test book. The materials written in the test book include the questions and the answers. Sama seperti dalam Part 3 Conversations, pertanyaan dan pilihan jawaban dapat kita baca di buku tes. This is what you have or what you see in the test book. Ini adalah tampilan dalam buku tes untuk Part 4 Talks. You will actually see the questions and the answer choices that follow. Soal dan pilihan jawaban akan kalian lihat pada buku tes. Here are the points we have in Part 4. Kita akan berlatih mengidentifikasi tujuan pertanyaan seputar the sequence, the audience, a situation, the topic, and a request. Let's have a quick review on WH questions, seperti dalam parts 2 and 3. Berikut adalah jenis-jenis pertanyaan yang perlu kita pahami. Kita mulai dari who, untuk bertanya tentang orang. For example, who should go to gate E2? Kemudian ada when, untuk menanyakan waktu. For example, when will the weather be nice and hot? Then we have where, to ask about location or place. For example, where is this announcement being made? Next, we have what, such as, what should staff do? And we have how. For example, how long is the sale? Then we have why. For example, why is the man leaving? Last but not least, we have which. Which of the following is probably the job the man is interviewing for? So let's recognize, kita kenali fungsi dari masing-masing WH questions. Kita spesifikkan dengan identifying the purpose of the questions, including the sequence, the audience, a situation, the topic, and a request. Kita mulai dari the purpose of the questions to identify the sequence, urutan. Bentuk kata hubung yang digunakan di sini seperti when, before, after, first, and last. Okay, let me read out the example to you. Kita baca contohnya ya. We have arrived at our final destination. Please wait for the plane to come to a complete stop and the doors to open before leaving your seat. On entering the airport, you will go through immigration. Please have your passport ready to show the immigration officer. Pertanyaannya, question, when can you leave your seat? What do you think is Which one you think is the correct answer? Is it A, B, C, or D? When can you leave your seat? The answer is A, after the doors are opened. Choice B tries to confuse you by repeating the word complete in a different context. Pilihan B, kata complete digunakan pada konteks yang berbeda. Choices C and D repeat details of the talk that are not related to the questions. Pilihan C dan D mengulangi detail yang ada pada teks atau audio, tetapi tidak menjawab pertanyaan. Bukan jawaban yang tepat. Now, this is the first exercise in this lesson focusing on identifying sequence. Kalian coba the practice of identifying the sequence. Listen to the audio and answer the questions carefully.
Part 4. Short Talks. Identifying the sequence. Listen to the talk and then choose the statement that best answers each question. Number 1.
When you get your test, please write your name at the top. Write your name in capital letters before you do anything else. Be sure to read the directions carefully before you answer the questions. Make sure you mark your answers on the answer sheet. If you don't have a pencil, let me know. When you have finished, turn in your test, and then you may go home.
Number 2.
Welcome to Philharmonic Hall. We are pleased to present Ms. Sue Kim playing a violin concerto. The concert this evening will be preceded by a brief talk by Professor Robert Simon on the history of the violin. Mr. Simon has lectured on the violin all around the world. Following the performance, we will all go to the lobby to enjoy refreshments. Now, here is our director who will introduce Professor Simon.
Number 3.
When entering the building, please sign in at the desk and get a visitor's pass. Do not lose this pass. You will need to wear it at all times when you are in the building. Then, wait for an escort to accompany you to your destination. You must also be escorted back to the reception desk. Please don't forget to sign out and return your pass when leaving. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oke, dalam latihan ini kita berlatih step by step dengan cara menggunakan one talk untuk satu pertanyaan saja untuk latihan. Kita lanjutkan ke poin berikutnya, identifying the audience. Berikut adalah kosakata yang biasanya muncul dalam teks part 4, such as who, directed to, and talking to. Okay, here is the example of the text. I will read out to you. You may repeat after me so that you can also practice your pronunciation. Okay? Good service is the basis of good business and will earn you good tips. Make sure the food you serve is prepared just as the customer requested it. Keep water glasses filled and remove dirty dishes as soon as the customer has finished eating. Okay, what do you think about the answer? Here is the question. Who is this talk directed to? Jadi kepada siapa talk ini ditujukan? Siapa audiensnya? A, B, C, D. Which one you think is the correct answer? The best answer? Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay, the correct answer is B, waiters. Ini adalah jawaban yang paling tepat. B, waiters. Choice A repeats a detail of the talk that is not related to the answer. Jadi mengulangi pernyataan yang ada di dalam audio. Untuk choice B, dan jawabannya tidak sesuai. Choice C and D mengambil kesimpulan yang tidak tepat about the details of the talk. Please do the following exercise. Practice on identifying the audience. It's your turn.
Identifying the audience. Listen to the talk and then choose the statement that best answers each question. Number 1.
Welcome to Introduction to Economics. The textbook for this course, Economics for the New Millennium, is available at the University Bookstore. The price is a bit steep, but I think you will find it is well worth it. Please bring your books to the next class. There will be 2 exams, a midterm and a final, in addition to which you will write several short research papers.
Number 2.
All of you need to be aware of our return policy. Please don't accept any returns from customers without a dated receipt. Also, make sure all returned items are in good condition before accepting them. Check the items carefully, as we have had problems in the past with customers returning damaged goods. Remember, we issue store credit, not cash, for returns. If you receive complaints about this, please let me know.
Number 3.
You have reached Dr. Galbraith's office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and call an ambulance. If you would like to make an appointment or ask for medical advice, please call back during our regular office hours. We are open from 10 to 6 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 12 on the first Saturday of each month. You need to make an appointment because we don't accept walk-ins. Thank you.
Next, our following point, identifying a situation. Where menjadi kata yang biasanya muncul dalam identifying a situation in Talks Part 4. Okay, here is the example of the text. I'll read out to you. You may follow me and practice to pronounce as well. Kita baca teksnya ya. Thank you for calling Island Travel. If you'd like to book a place on our Hawaii tour, press 1. To make hotel or airplane reservations, press 2. And here is the question. Where would you hear this message? A. At the bookstore, B. At a hotel, C. On an airplane, or D. At a travel agency. Which one you think is the best answer? Mana jawaban yang paling tepat? Yes, the answer is D. The correct answer is D. Dari kalimat pertama, bisa kita peroleh jawabannya. Thank you for calling Island Travel. So the person is at a travel agency. Hati-hati dengan pilihan A, B, and C. Karena pilihan A, B, C mengandung distractor, pengecoh jawaban. Now practice. Have this exercise on identifying a situation. It's your turn.
Identifying a situation. Listen to the talk and then choose the statement that best answers the question. Number 1.
We are having a sale on specialty coffee. Today only, you can get 2 pounds of coffee for the price of 1. All of our South American and Central American blends are on sale. Our coffee is available whole bean or ground. Coffee is located on aisle 5 next to the produce section. There is a limit of 4 pounds per customer.
Number 2.
Good morning, passengers. This is the Green Line train to the airport. Please remember that the specially marked seats next to the doors are reserved for physically challenged passengers. Smoking, eating, and drinking are not allowed. Next stop, Central Square. Transfer there to the Blue Line for all uptown destinations.
Number 3.
All members of the soccer team are reminded that the bus to the out-of-town game will leave from the front of the school at 3:15. Please be on the bus and ready to go by then. The computer club will meet in the auditorium today, and the Spanish club will meet in the cafeteria. Due to the illness of several of its members, the graduation dance committee meeting has been postponed until next week.
Here we go, our next point, identifying the topic. Berikut adalah kosakata yang biasanya muncul dalam identifying the topic, part 4 talks. They are topic, purpose, about, talk about, discussing, and kind. And here is the example of the text. Let's read out the text. Example. Umbrella sales are sure to go up with all this rain we've been having. Rain continues all week. Saturday will be cloudy and breezy, and the rain returns on Sunday. This is the time to invest in an umbrella company. And here is the question. What is the announcement about? Pengumuman ini tentang apa? Is it A, a sale on umbrellas, B, the weather, C, train schedules, or D, stock market investments? A, B, C, or D? Okay, the correct answer is B. The announcement is about the weather. Hati-hati dengan pilihan jawaban A dan D. Choices A and D try to confuse you by repeating details that are not related to the questions. It's not about a sale, bukan tentang penjualan payung. Or, it's not even about the stock market investments. Hati-hati juga perhatikan choice C. Choice C uses the similar sounding word, kata yang mirip, train for rain. Now listen to the audio. Practice of identifying the topic. Listen to the audio and answer the questions. Time is yours.
Identifying the topic. Listen to the talk, and then choose the statement that best answers the question. Number 1.
I am pleased to introduce Mr. Lee Kim, author of Amazon Adventure. Mr. Kim, a retired lawyer, amateur photographer, and now a writer, spent the last year traveling by canoe down the Amazon River. He will discuss his travels in the Amazon region on which he based his book and show some of the photographs he took during his trip. He's sure to have some amazing stories, so hold on to your seats.
Number 2.
Thank you all for taking the time to attend this meeting. I'd like to keep it brief, so let me get straight to the point. Staff members have been making unauthorized charges to the office expense account for things like lunches and taxi rides that are not related to your jobs. As a result of this, in the future, all charges to the office expense account must be approved by me ahead of time.
Number 3.
All schools will be closed today because of last night's snowstorm. The streets are still icy and dangerous for cars and buses. It is possible that schools will remain closed for several days, as it could take some time to get all the streets clean and safe for travel. Listen to the evening news to find out tomorrow's school schedule.
Okay guys, last but not very least, the point we have in part 4 talks is about identifying a request. Berikut adalah kosakata yang biasa kita gunakan in identifying a request. They are request, ask, and how can. And here is the example of the text. I'll read out to you. Okay, please follow me and practice to pronounce as well. Example: the ABC supermarket has openings for managers. Interested applicants should apply in person at 24 Riverdale Avenue on Saturday at 9 a.m. Bring 3 copies of your resume. Phone calls will not be accepted. Here is the question: how can you apply for this job? Is it A, B, C, or D? Is it A, call the supermarket, B, send in a resume, or C, go to 24 Riverdale Avenue, or D, fill out an application? Oke, jawabannya terdapat dalam kalimat interested applicants should apply in person at 24 Riverdale Avenue on Saturday at 9 a.m. Jawabannya adalah C. To apply for this job, go to 24 Riverdale Avenue. Okay, please have this practice on identifying a request. It's your turn.
Identifying a request. Listen to the talk and then choose the statement that best answers the question. Number 1.
Next stop, Greenwich. Please remain seated until the train has come to a complete stop. Again, we ask all passengers not to stand up until we have stopped at the station. This is for your own safety. Please check around your seat to make sure you have left nothing behind. Thank you for riding the commuter rail service, and have a pleasant trip.
Number 2.
Welcome to the Franklin Theater. Tonight's performance is the opening show of our 25th season. As a courtesy to those around you, members of the audience are asked to turn off all cell phones, pagers, and recording devices before the show begins. Also, the use of cameras is not permitted while the actors are on stage. This includes video and digital cameras. Information on upcoming shows is available in the lobby.
Number 3.
You have reached the voicemail of Martin Schwartz. I am either away from my desk or out of the office. If you'd like to make an appointment, please press 1 to speak with my assistant. Otherwise, wait for the beep and leave a message. I'll return your call as soon as I can.
Finally, this is the end of part 4 talks. Kita review materinya, okay? By the way, jawaban latihan yang sudah selesai kalian kerjakan tadi ada di bagian akhir tayangan ini. In part 4 talks, we need to learn how certain words would help you identify the purpose of a question. It will help you choose the right answer. Listen for words that identify a sequence, such as when, before, first, etc. The audience, such as directed to, talking to. The situation, such as where. The topic, like talking about, discussing about. And a request, such as request, ask, how can, and so on and so forth. Kalian perhatikan ekspresi yang digunakan untuk menunjukkan urutan waktu atau kejadian. A sequence, the audience, a situation, the topic, or a request, permintaan. Here are the ways that choices may seem correct to you. Hati-hati dengan bentuk pilihan sebagai berikut. Words that sound like the correct answer. Kata yang terdengar seperti jawaban yang benar. Words related to the correct answer. Kata yang berhubungan dengan jawaban yang benar. Words used in a different context or with a different meaning. Kata yang sama, namun memiliki makna yang berbeda, atau seharusnya digunakan pada konteks yang berbeda. Incorrect details provided. Detail yang tidak tepat. Incorrect inferences made. Kesimpulan yang salah, sehingga tidak sesuai dengan maksud teks. To close this session, let's do one exercise on part 4 talks. Kita coba one talk for 3 questions. Kalian harus fokus karena hanya ada one talk yang kita gunakan untuk menjawab 3 pertanyaan.
Part 4 Short Talks. Mini test. Choose the best answer to each question. A. Office talk. Questions 1 through 3 refer to the following announcement.
I'd like everybody's attention for just a moment, please. Thank you. As you know, we have the company-wide inspections coming up. We all need to be prepared and make sure that everything is in order. If you have any questions about what needs to be done, please speak to your supervisor immediately. We have won the Best Branch Award every year for the last 10 years. We are very proud of this, and we need everyone's help to remain the company's most efficient and organized branch.
Number 1. What is the purpose of this announcement? Number 2. What should staff do? Number 3. What is the goal of the branch?
Okay, now it's time to check the answers. Thank you so much for watching, learning, and doing exercise to prepare your TOEIC test. I really appreciate it, guys. See you very soon. Stay safe, healthy, and be happy.